Welcome guys, Coach Dean here from VT1 Academy in Sydney, Australia. I'm here with our head coach, Crew Dylan Rhino Reznikov, and he's going to help me with part 2 of dealing with dynamic stance and understanding it. So in the first video, we talked a little bit about what dynamic stance is and understanding the shift of different weight distributions and then using it offensively to set up different types of offensive techniques. So what I want to talk about today is understanding how to use it defensively. So I'm going to give you two main examples. Some are pretty extreme examples. I want you to take it for what it is. This is just a demonstration of the concepts. Okay, so here's the basic idea. Depending on what stance I'm in, whether I've got more weight forward or more weight back, I will use a different defense in different situations. So we'll start off with the very extreme example of a head kick. Okay, if I've got my weight either 50-50 or even a little bit further back, someone throws a head kick at me, it's quite easy to do our typical evasion. Lean back, put your head over your back foot, come back forward, look for our responses always, okay? So again, Dylan throws a head kick at me, I lean back, and I can come forward with all these different types of responses. But here's the problem. A lot of guys are very wise to that. So they start doing things along the lines of lean back head kicks. You start coming forward, looking for those punches, and they lean back and throw a head kick. And people get caught all the time. And one of the main reasons they do is once you're forward, to try and bring your head all the way back here is a long distance. So, I'm not suggesting that anyone ever does this to evade a head kick, but one thing you do see every now and then is people bob and weaving head kicks. So I'm on the front foot, I'm throwing punches, and he throws a head kick, I come underneath it. Now, again, I'm not suggesting you do this. It's just to illustrate the example, that if in that case where I'm forward and I lean back now as he throws it, boom, I get caught, and that's where a lot of people get knocked out. So why would I bob with the head kick? Because all my weight's already forward, and it's actually easier as he throws it to go underneath it. Again, not suggesting you do this, but it's an example. Another example that's really easy to understand will be a teep versus using footwork. Okay, so if I have Dylan here, and for once in his life he's being aggressive, coming forward at me, if I've got a nice 50-50 stance or I'm on the front leg, as he comes forward, it's easy to circle. Okay, we can use our good footwork, circle around, take even just a little step backwards, pop a double jab to stop him, all these type of options. But if I'm now on the back foot and he comes forward and I start trying to do that, I'm going to get caught, and this is when I start to get knocked out. So instead, if I am on the back foot, embrace it. As he comes forward, boom, there's your teep. Okay, it's very easy to bring it up, your head's already over your back foot, bring your knee up, there, plant your teep right on them. Okay, very easy, much quicker, much easier to do. So, depending on your weight distribution, depending on your stance, you have different defensive technique. Applies to head movement, applies to footwork, applies to blocking and patting, will apply to your checks and your evasions with the kicks, and pretty much every other technique you can think of. So have a think, guys. We've now done offensive stance, defensive stance, and where your weight is can affect the techniques you choose. We'll see you in the next video very soon.
VT1,